afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. Spring hopefully is just around the corner. After a cold winter, warmer weather and longer days are something to look forward to. Spring also comes with a serious safety message, especially when it comes to tractor safety. Unfortunately, tractor accidents claim lives every year. Well, starting next month, UVM Extension is offering tractor safety training. Rebecca Gollin has a preview.
It's a driver's ed class that lets participants get behind the wheel of a tractor.
Right now, I'm just going to have you go forward like 3 feet and then back like 3 feet.
This one-day tractor safety training is being held at Green Mountain College in Poultney.
In this course, there's an opportunity for people to learn about the tractor, learn where the controls are, what they are, how to operate the tractor, when is it risky to operate a tractor, how to learn how to drive it safely.
Attendees spend the morning learning about tractor safety and then head outside to get up close and personal with some machines. While the class is open to anyone, the training is geared toward women. That's because research and experience have shown that not only do women learn differently than men, they also have to learn different techniques for handling large farm equipment.
We're making sure that people adjust the seats, make sure they can reach the clutch and the instruments, different ways of maybe preparing your body before you're going to go on a tractor. Maybe there's certain stretches you want to do, using your leg strength rather than doing your back strength, because using a tractor is something that you're going to be doing day in and day out for a number of hours, and we really want to minimize the risk of injuries happening on a farm.
Hodgson says that while a majority of farm owners and operators are men, women are one of the fastest growing demographics getting into the business.
I think we're really going through a transition where we'll see more women taking over farms and also making the decisions about what equipment to buy and how to use it. So it's particularly important that women have their own set of knowledge and skills that is relevant to their bodies and relevant to their capability levels as they move into that decision-making role as being the future operators and owners of farms in this area.
It kind of gives women an opportunity to be someplace safe to learn, and it gives them the tools and kind of the experience to know how to go forward with it and ask the right questions and feel like they have that confidence going forward.
Green Mountain College farm manager Bay Hammond requires all students who work on the farm to take the course. Some of them are here today, along with a number of beginning farmers.
They're learning how to drive 2 different tractors, a hydrostatic tractor and the Kubota, which is a gear tractor.
Can you step on that all the way down without straining? Okay.
Learning about the basics of what a clutch is and the different gears and the throttle, that's all. It may sound very basic to a lot of listeners to this program, but for people like me, we really need this kind of information.
Carrie Abels and her partner are planning to start a farm together. She came to the workshop to get a jump start on feeling comfortable with this type of equipment.
I have 0 experience with tractors and very much wanted to get a basic introduction. My partner, he is very interested in farm machinery and in haying and mowing and learning the ropes of objects like this one. But we believe strongly that each of us should know what the other is doing on our farm. In case something should happen to one of us, the other person should be able to step in.
Getting hands-on with the tractors was a big draw for Abels.
Today I really was looking forward to just hopping on a tractor and seeing what it feels like and getting a respect for its power and its possibilities. I also am very eager to hear about all the things that a tractor is able to do with all the different implements and attachments, so that as we plan our farm, I can have a better sense of how machinery can help us.
Most of them have never been on a tractor before. One particular person hasn't never even driven anything before, so it's a great confidence builder, and I think they realize it's not quite as hard as they think it is.
Keeping your foot down, play with that for a second, up, down, left, right, just to see what it does.
Well, the course provides an introduction to those who have no experience with tractors, updates on current tools and new safety procedures, are helpful to those with some experience.
Foot off the clutch.
I got my tractor safety certification a while back, but it's been a couple years, so it's always nice to be able to refresh yourself with equipment like this. There can be a lot of safety hazards that can happen if you don't know how to properly use a tractor.
Alex Shaw spent time as a teenager working on a local farm, where she got a lot of experience with tractors and other farm equipment. But it's been a few years, and now the Green Mountain College student is planning to become a large animal veterinarian. Her past experience has shown her just how important farm safety is.
I've gotten close to flipping over before, where I was on an incline, not that I was going straight up, I was on a hill that was just sideways, so my tractor was sideways, but I had the ROP system, the rollover protection system on mine, so I didn't end up rolling over, but I was very close to it, and it's a very scary situation being in that when you feel like you're about to flip over, and just knowing that you have that ROP system there is very helpful, and making sure that you have your seatbelt on, even if you're only going to be on the tractor for 5 minutes, it's still a very large safety precaution to make sure that everything is in place correctly.
The training this day helped Shaw feel confident getting back on a tractor.
And it's just nice being able to get behind those gears again and refresh myself, so when I have my own farm and my own machinery, being able to be a vet and also have my own place to rototill would be nice to just safely be able to acquire those skills here.
Whether novice or experienced, this workshop gives participants the skills and techniques they need to stay safe on the farm. In Poultney, I'm Rebecca Gullen with Across the Fence.
The upcoming Tractor Safety and Youth Certification course will be held on April 8th and the 15th at Green Mountain College in Poultney. For more information, call toll-free 1-800-278-5480. That's 800-278-5480. Well, last fall, news spread quickly when UVM announced it was reopening its popular dairy bar. Behind the announcement was a Made in Vermont story involving university cows and a family ice cream maker in southern Vermont. Keith Silva tells us more.
Really good ideas are immortal.
The story of the UVM Dairy Bar is a lot like the ice cream that's served there. Rich, rewarding, and 100% Vermont. When the Dairy Bar at the Davis Student Center served its first scoop in 2017, it was returning to a long-held and well-loved campus tradition. The first Dairy Bar opened at Kerrigan Hall in 1950. You could find sandwiches and coffee on the menu, but the signature products were milk and ice cream made from the school's dairy cows. More than a place to grab a quick bite, the Dairy Bar was also a classroom. Students learned the science behind milk processing and the business of making and selling value-added products. The Dairy Bar closed in 1995 due to rising costs and the changes in food safety policies. It may have been gone, but the Dairy Bar has never been forgotten.
I remember at the time for 50 cents you could get a hot fudge sundae, and it was just a dynamite experience, and so I'd have at least one or two a week, and that was always the high point of the week.
Tom Vogelman is a member of the UVM class of 1974, and now the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences.
You know, in these positions you travel around the state and you talk with people, and even though people knew I was a plant biologist, teaching biology courses, they'd always sort of work the conversation around to, why did that dairy bar ever go away? Because it was such a wonderful thing. So prior to me being dean, I heard about it. And then when I became dean, I really heard about it. So it was something that people really expressed so much interest in bringing back. We figured, well, why not?
If the decision to reopen the Dairy Bar was easy, the effort to make this more than a vanity project would require coordination, connections, and cream. One thing that hasn't changed since the 1950s is that UVM continues to manage a herd of dairy cows. CREAM is the Cooperative for Real Education in Agricultural Management. It's a year-long class that puts UVM undergrads in charge of a 50-cow milking herd.
All the ice cream served at the UVM Dairy Bar is made with milk from these cows. The students have even named a few flavors of their own, like sweet cream, and Melody's mint chocolate chip. The milk goes from the farm to the St. Albans Cooperative Creamery to be turned into an ice cream mix. With the source and the processor locked down, now it's only a matter of finding someone to make the ice cream. If only there was someone from those old dairy bar days that still made ice cream in Vermont. If only.
I actually started making ice cream with my dad when I was about 10 years old, so which would be 1950, 52. So by 1962, when I started school, we were making ice cream Saturday mornings instead of watching cartoons.
Howard Wilcox runs Wilcox Premium Ice Cream with his children Christina and Craig. Their family has been in the ice cream business since 1928.
It is really very rewarding for me as a person to graduate from UVM and now be able to manufacture a value-added product for them and return it back to the students, because when I went to school, that's what we did. You know, we made it at the hall and they came and ate it.
While he was at UVM, Howard received some valuable advice that he continues to follow today.
I think it was Dean Miller, was Dean of Agriculture, and he said, "We won't teach you everything you need to know, but hopefully we teach you where to find what you don't know." So I always remember that from the day that I met him, and I've tried to use that in everything that I do.
At their facility in East Arlington, the Wilcoxes make about 80,000 gallons of ice cream a year. Some of the company's most popular products are their limited batch flavors, like White Mountain Raspberry and Sweet Cream Caramel Apple. For Christina Wilcox, these one-of-a-kind flavors speak to her father's love for making ice cream.
As my father says, you design an ice cream product. He's flavoring it. We're deciding, is it too much? Is it too little? I really think my dad is the master of flavoring. He wants to take you on a ride, as you're experiencing the ice cream. He also really wants you to taste the ice cream, not a massive level of sweet inclusions. He wants you to taste ice cream.
It gives me the feeling that I can make something that really has my touch to it, because I've flavored the ice cream for all these years. It's just been a passion, and I really enjoy doing it, and I enjoy creating new flavors.
One of the flavors being made by Wilcox for UVM is Catamount Tracks. It's a sweet cream ice cream filled with fudge swirls and peanut butter cups. For Howard, the only thing better than creating new flavors is working with his family.
I'm fourth generation, and my son Craig and my daughter Christy are the fifth generation, and now I have sixth generation, which is my grandson Austin and my grandsons Cole and Owen. And this summer when we were making ice cream, there was 5 of us making ice cream and 3 generations. So it's really very rewarding to be able to pass the torch to other generations and to show them some of the things that I have learned. I have already found there's things they have learned that they incorporate. So this is very exciting and very important to us to do this.
To complete the circuit, Howard's son, Craig, delivers the ice cream to the dairy bar. His family's legacy and his dad's connection to the school make his stop at UVM a special delivery.
It's a piece of my past, it's from the time I've been a little kid. I've been involved in it with my father, whether it's making ice cream or on the truck delivering with him, and, holidays and summers. And it's a really neat experience to think that, my father made ice cream here, and then, so yeah, it's pretty neat to see it come around full circle again.
The new UVM Dairy Bar fits with the phrase, everything that's old is new again. But there's more to this story than bringing back a part of the past.
It's one of these unique stories that I think we can tell in Vermont. We have, I would say, a deep respect for connections, and this is a connection that goes back decades. And what that allows you to do is to take on difficult projects and make them happen. Well, I think Vermonters have a very well-developed sense of place. Because we had this long tradition of having a high-quality dairy bar, that was something that they all related to. It was something that was Vermont. I think it's really important for people to be able to connect food with place. As a land-grant institution, we have a long tradition of doing that. So recognizing this as an opportunity, we're very fortunate to work with several partners to bring the Dairy Bar back. And we'll see where it goes. It's been very successful, but it's just a beginning.
Cultivating connections and uniting communities with ice cream. In Burlington, I'm Keith Silva with Across the Fence.
Thank you, Keith, and thank you for joining us. That's our program for today. I'm Judy Simpson. I'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.